Amos Jones now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Already here, they'll audible to something else. A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Powell. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hal down to throw it.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hand off right side for Herbert.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen for Herbert.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On 1st down, Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Fields now to throw.
Flush to his right.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
This defense for the Bears, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
You look at this Bears defense.
They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now DJ.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now they go play action with Howell. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Herbert powering up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. You told me before it's tough to identify how to block a 3-4 defense. There wasn't a whole lot of blocking there.
And one other thing an offensive line coach told me, if you want to run wide against a 3-4, which is difficult to do because of the speed of the outside linebackers, it's often difficult for your offensive linemen to hit targets in space and create lanes for your guys to run through.
3rd and long, here's Howell.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down, Fields.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Bears 3, Commanders 0.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Buying time to his left. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Justin Fields.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And Washington has taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Starting on the ground with Herbert.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now Fields. Throw right side complete to Dotson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to widen their advantage. Slide for the PAT.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score. Commanders 14, Bears 3.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And a loose football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, seed?
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson.
62 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Commanders 21, Bears 3.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Herbert to start the drive.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st down, right back to Herbert.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here's Howell. A quick throw there is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
The man they call Scary Terry remains one of the best at taking the lid off of a defense. Not only a top 10 season in terms of yards, but he averaged over 15 a catch and was named to his long overdue first Pro Bowl.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Now it's Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Justin Fields
with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Bears 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
At the 28-yard line.
Second down and 6 now. One last shot before the break. Howell. He'll get that underneath to Herbert.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for him. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play.
There he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. but he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Back to throw. Fields. Out left to Dotson.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be out of bounds. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 35, Bears 3.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Howell. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's taken to the 26. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down.
Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. A little tough on the secondary there, in zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
To the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. It returns it right back to Samuel.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Bears 3.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Fields. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Washington Commanders. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Fields now to throw.
Steps away to his left.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. John Bates, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, some strong running.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down and a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
On 3rd down, Herbert.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Powell on the QB sneak. Oh, the defense right there to stop him. Did he get the yard he needed? He did, says the referee. Barely. 1st down.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes you don't even call cadence. Just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them. I mean, the quarterback's job's pretty easy there.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
Here's a give to Herbert.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This time they'll throw it with Howell.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Fields going to keep it once more.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He gets 12 on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Powell with one final shot.
And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. This time